Welcome to Buddha.say today. I would like to share with you a wonderful practice of Dharma in daily life. A multicolored adventure under the 34 degrees Celsius blazing sun, a journey of awakening from the four-faced Buddha worship to a peacock's bloom to a rainbow in the sky. First stop, Guilin Image Castle, before the mountains spring four-faced Buddha, hearing the soul's call of the peacock's bloom. I set out under the blazing 34 degrees Celsius outdoor sun. Strangely enough, the breeze brushing against my face along the highway felt incredibly cool and refreshing, completely untouched by the midsummer heat. This joyful state of mind made me realize that the external heat could not sway the inner coolness that is naturally inherent within us. In the morning, I headed towards Guilin Image Castle in Gukeng, Yunlin, passing by babbling brooks and cascading waterfalls along the way. The most astonishing part was that even the ditches inside the venue flowed with free mountain spring water, selflessly gifted by nature. This crystal clear water washed away the dust of the worldly world, allowing one to instantly feel the selfless nourishment of heaven and earth in the heat of summer. Yet, the most deeply moving and sacred moment in this serene sanctuary was encountering the Phra, the four-faced Buddha. Gazing at the sign on sight, I pressed my palms together in reverent prayer and quietly took note of this sacred ritual of worship. Ritual of worship and wishing at the four-faced Buddha. Keycap 1, purify hands. Wash hands with clean water before beginning the worship to show utmost reverence. Keycap 2, clockwise worship. Begin from the front face, the first face of the four-faced Buddha. Place your offerings and proceed to the left in a clockwise direction to worship each face in order. Keycap 3, sprinkle water to dispel misfortune. After completing the prayers, lightly sprinkle holy water on the crown of your head, symbolizing the cleansing of the mind and the dispelling of misfortune. The wisdom of the Dharma tells us that the four faces represent the supreme Brahma virtues of the four immeasurables: loving-kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, each protecting a different aspect of our lives. After strolling and exploring the venue for about 2 hours, just when I felt it was time to leave, the most wondrous affinity occurred. Suddenly, a remarkably loud and crisp cry echoed in my ears. The sound was so magical, it genuinely felt as if someone were calling out to me in a loud voice, urging me to come over. That call made me turn around abruptly. Following the sound, I was astonished to find two magnificent, massive real peacocks right before my eyes. They even proudly and majestically flaunted their brilliant feathers into full bloom right under my gaze. At that very instant, a wave of profound Dharma joy surged through my heart. I deeply felt as if this peacock were truly conversing with my soul. Nature, through the blooming of the peacock, taught me a most profound truth. When a peacock spreads its feathers, it will boundlessly pour out its most passionate energy, crying out loudly under the sun and fully executing its most splendid power of action. The noble peacock further uses the massive patterns of its bloom to draw a clear boundary, telling everyone, I am the king of all birds, and I possess a dignity that tolerates no casual neglect. In Buddhism, the peacock is a symbol of auspiciousness, renowned for consuming poisonous substances and transforming them into beautiful plumage. Just like the teachings of the four-faced Buddha on loving-kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, it reminds us to transform the trials and adversities of the world into the most sublime wisdom of life throughout our spiritual practice. Second stop, Anna King Hotel, Chiayi, the pure land within, found at last. In the afternoon, I arrived at Hoping Road in Chiayi City. It is funny how things work. This grand, beautifully designed building with its mysterious blue hues was a place I passed by countless times whenever I went out. Every time, I simply admired its unique exterior, never knowing it was actually a hotel. It wasn't until today, drawn by the karmic affinity to explore its Thai-style landscape, that I realized this luxury Thai-inspired hotel was built by Chairman Huang, whom I happen to know personally. Stepping into the space designed by Chairman Huang, gazing at the elegant elevators and the palace-like luxury decor, a wave of profound awe and realization washed over my heart. A place so familiar, when I passed by every single day, had felt like a total stranger in the past. Yet today, when the conditions were perfectly ripe, I was finally able to glimpse its true splendor. Isn't this just like our own Buddha nature? The scriptures say that inside everyone lies a golden, magnificent, pure land of self-nature. It accompanies us every day. But when our minds are lost in delusion and the right conditions have not yet aligned, we remain blind to it, living as strangers to our own souls. Only through a special connection or a unique encounter do we suddenly wake up and realize the most precious, most luxurious treasure has been right beside us all along, never leaving our side. Final stop, the Sunshower, heaven's most perfect dedication of merit. On my way back this afternoon, a sun shower suddenly began to fall. The light rain pattered on for quite a while, yet under the bright, golden sun, the sky did not look gloomy at all. In that very split second, a vivid, flawlessly defined 7-colored rainbow made its grand appearance right before our eyes. Looking at this rainbow, my heart was filled with deep emotion. The bright sun represents the light of wisdom, and the raindrops represent the rain of compassion. When the light of wisdom illuminates the rain of compassion, it refracts the sublime beauty before us. This 7-colored rainbow felt like the universe performing a beautiful dedication of merit for today's awakening and encounter. Setting off under the sun, accompanied by the mountain springs and the Peacock's call. Walking past Chairman Huang's blue building, which transformed into a sacred land when the conditions were ripe. And finally, returning home safely under the blessing of a 7-colored rainbow. Life itself is a practice, and true Dharma joy is everywhere.